Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Make sure it's on the right microphone. It's been tricksy lately. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to a fresh Hazel week. Let me see. We're going to put this one here, this one here, this one here. Jerhala, thank you very much for the 45-month resub. Thanks, Hazel, for years of authentic content. I look forward to your streams. Thank you very, very much. Also, Kalthos with a 23-month resub, nearly at 2 years. Holy moly. Thank you very much, guys. I went to the bug zoo. That's my big story. I blew it too early. I spilled the beans too early. But I went to the bug zoo. Fury Forever, thank you for the 29-month resub. Hope you had a good weekend. Still waiting on sand fishing. It's the only thing I need to finish the BFA meta. Oh, man. I hope it pops for you soon. I will say, that sounds good, because sand fishing is not annoying to do. It's just annoying to have it pop. At least it's not like the hand thing, you know? That is where the shirt came from. Yeah, I went to the bug zoo and I got a shirt. They have a bug zoo in Victoria downtown, and I've been meaning to go. Basically, ever since I moved here, it was on my list of, I don't know, touristy / I don't know, it's just on my list of things to go see. And we also have Miniature World down there. Maybe I'll do that next. And despite the fact that it's like really close to me, I've just never made the time to do it. And then yesterday, we were downtown anyway, doing something else, and then we were like, you want to go to the bug zoo? Sorry, there's nothing on the screen right now. I'm trying to fire up WoW. It's running updates. I haven't had this computer on in a couple of days. Maddie Moose, thank you for the 17-month resub. Loving the mod collecting. Your VODs of it are keeping me company between meetings. Nice. Does Hazel have a favorite bug? They had a Madagascar hissing cockroach named George, and I kind of stand George. But I really liked the stick bugs, too, because they do a little stick bug dance. Because their whole thing is, like, pretending to be a stick so that they don't get eaten and stuff. And sticks, like, blow in the wind and whatever. So they do this cryptic movement where they do, like, a little boogie. They're kind of swaying side to side so they can pretend it's windy. And they do this even when there's no wind. But it's really funny looking. And they had some really cool stick bugs, and some of them can be very, very large. Able to keep engagement a secret for a week, but the bug zoo bets are off. Blackwing hair. I mean, it's possible that I've just mistitled it as well. It's a fresh week. It's a fresh weekly reset, so there might be like weekly stuff that I need to do, but I don't know what that would be. We're done the metas. I got the darn cat. I got the Dauntless Imperial Lynx all sorted out, so that's good. She's in Hellafall, which will be good for doing whatchamacallit, Belladar. New Lunar Festival mount. Oh. I should probably wowhead that. Let's see what's going on here. I've been in the satisfactory hole, and the more I find out, the more I realize I don't know. What are we saying here? We're saying, oh, that's the one. Hi, kitty cat. She's headbutting my mouse hand. The other very cute thing that happened over my weekend is Kira headbutted Moose in a nice way, as cats do, and she knew it was him, and no one made her do it, and she was sober, so I think she means it. She loves him. She said so. It was very, very, very cute. She hopped up on the couch and she was on my partner's lap, and Moose was kind of like snuggling on the couch too, and she kind of like, you know, sniffs my partner and headbutts him, and then she sniffs the dog, and then she's like, yeah, this is my dog. I'm gonna mark this dog as mine. It was so cute, I could have cried. Anything that I need doing? Tortolan Seeker's Voldenai? Sure. Yeah, why not? I think they fixed Beachhead anyway. Let's see. Lunar Festival. Elders of Kazalgar? Whoa, that mount looks crazy. Is that the mount? That can't be the mount. Is that the mount? I don't know. I used to read all the Wowhead articles, so I could really quickly identify which ones were relevant to me, and I've really lost track. I think my filters are off. It's showing me articles from like classic and stuff. Well, not many. Let's get some turtles going. Good to hear. A little surprised you did not actually cry. But yeah, I really want to just be in Blackwing Lair today. I want to beat it into submission, more or less. I want to figure out if there's anything that I can figure out that I'm doing that's causing it to occasionally explode, and if I can work around it and reliably have it not explode on me, or if it's just that sometimes life needs to remind you that you don't control everything. Frick you, you know. How painful was the Shadowlands meta to go back and do after the fact? It might be a question for the room. I did it when it was current. I don't remember anything that bad, but there may have been stuff. I think that compared to the BFA meta, it's reasonable. But again, the room will the room will have more info. I bet you some people went back for it. Yeah, I got the links. I'm so happy. I was so over Hallow Fall weeklies. I've just done a lot of them. Oh, hey, excuse me. Get out of here. There's turtles. There's turtles trying to make it to the water over here. Lunar Festival in Castlegar. There we go. We got new elders. We got a new mount. The Lunar Launcher is available from festival vendors for 75 tokens. That seems reasonable. Several more thematic transmogs have been data mined. We expect them to show up in the trading post. New to Lunar Festival in the War Within. 8 new elders. A new achievement. And the Lunar Launcher. Okay, so that seems fine. Like, I could probably get that in pretty short order this morning if we wanted to tackle that. Thought the big mount was added later. They tacked a mount onto it later, but it was it had the title. We did it for the Veilstrider title before they ever added the mount. Still working on that stupid machine mount. Aw. Did it at the time, not sure how to get the brain to engage with it yet. The RNG of better, faster, stronger has me in nope state. Slightly tedious, yeah. Okay, there's that one. Let's go to Vol'dun. I'm keeping up with these just for toy collecting. I want Horde and Tortollan BFA reps for Paragon caches for Paragon cache drops. So I got a Vol'dun supplies recently. I did not get the jukebox or the other thing, but there's another emissary up, so I'm not like going out of my way to do every world quest all the time, even though that does sound a little bit fun. But I've just been trying to like log on this one character that's Horde and like set up with these BFA reps and then just do the emissaries for the relevant factions when they're up, because it doesn't take very long to just swing through and do 4 world quests. The flight path, I'm just gonna have her do that so I don't have to worry about flying there. Got the Lunar Launcher last night. Wasn't bad. Could have sworn we were getting new outfits. Yeah, Wowhead was speculating in this article that I just found 5 seconds ago that those are probably trading posts, because we've only got a couple days left in January, which is upsetting. Super hater of Paragon Cache collectibles. Yeah, I didn't mind them doing them during the expansion, because almost everything, with the exception of the Tortollan one, I just kind of got it along the way. And the BFA ones didn't seem as bad. The worst ever were the Legion mounts, because those had just an ugly drop rate, and they were mounts. The toys seemed a little bit better to get, and also they just didn't seem as vital to me. However, because of the factions in BFA, and the fact that I mainly played Alliance and I didn't really mess with Horde because I hated that darn pyramid, I am very behind on the Horde toys. So I'm just kind of pretending for like, I don't know, 15 minutes a day that this character is still in BFA and just doing her regular little routine, little rounds. Did all of Night Fae during Shadowlands. A lot of Maw stuff is buggy. Could be potentially annoying. Shadowlands meta add at the end. Awarded a title, then removed, and then re-add with the mount instead of the title. Oh, so Veilstrider is still exclusive to having done it back then? That's cool. Worst ever is the Zereth Mortis engineering recipe. Torghast had bugs too, had to wait for them to fix. They did take a pass, I'm pretty sure, at some of the achievements, so they may not be as bad to do as they were back then. Which is another thing. When we do get to, and I know we haven't started it yet, when we do get to doing Blackwing Lair, and maybe I'll do like a couple, and then I'll do some Lunar Festival stuff, and then I'll do a few more. How far are we? We're at 95.3%. We only need another handful of things. For all armor types. Nefarian's got 2 things. Veilstraw's got 1. We really crushed through most of this, but sometimes the very last items can take the longest. So I've got a bunch of characters that are already there at least, so I don't have to worry about travel time. And it can be not too long of a run. If we can just get the stuff off the end of it, then we can stop doing Nefarian. I want to, in this zone, there's 2 Tortollan quests there. They only needed to do 3 Tortollan quests for the whole emissary. So that's kind of nice. Jumbo Sand Snapper. It's just a big crab. Okay. Veilstrider, no longer obtainable. You do have to go to every continent that has elders? If you're skipping instance elders like I did. Oh, to get 75 of them? That might take a while then. Should I do it on a leveling character, like a 70, just so they get some experience? I used to prioritize that, especially now that they can fly just as fast. Honestly, I used to level characters like that even before they could fly just as fast. I would like flight path them around to do like Tricky Treating or Lunar Festival because I would be like, I'm getting 1,000 experience per. Then we're gonna do a little calligraphy, we're gonna do a little shell game, and then we'll find one more easy one, but that should do pretty much both of these emissaries. Okay. Shell game, okay. Dust off the brain. Believe in yourself. Oh, I've never used Shell Game Helper. I don't like it. Can we... Thank you. That's a Valkyr. And that's an orb. That's a robot, because I can just see it behind the shell. This is an exceedingly easy puzzle, so I really shouldn't gain any satisfaction from doing it without extraneous moves. But I do. It was fun back then, and it's fun now. Now this one I will fully cheat on. I will use the World Quest Helper. This one's really annoying if you don't have help, because I thought that I could do it, you know, like raw. And I found that it would take me like 5 to 6 tries every time. Hey, any of these just like a, yeah, let's go get King Clicky Clack. Not as much XP as Hallows End or Midsummer. Made it take longer by queuing for time walking. Kalimdor, Little Eastern Kingdoms, Dragon Isles, Kazalgar. Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll do a few Blackwing Lairds, and then I'll probably do some lunar coin collecting. I might mix them up a little bit just to keep it fresher, to make both take longer. I don't know. Oh, I need to feed him to death. Oh, you're not King Clicky Clack. You're King Rakataka. How silly of me. Excuse me. Sir, I'm coming over here. I don't even... King Clicky Clack is meant to be over there. Gotta be around. That's just a bug. Don't tell me I'm actually gonna feed the guy. How hungry are you? You know, like, what if you had a big dinner last night? You wake up, you're still kind of full. No. Oh dear. King Rakataka. What a cutie. He's hungry, man. He's, definitely hungry. Definitely not belaying me. What did he do with King Clicky Clack? Was King Clicky Clack maybe in a Clicky Clack cave? He might have been. There might be a cave under this rock here. Or something. No? No, dude? No good? Oh, well. Well. Oh, that's fine. Let's find out how hungry he is. This was not the world quest I was planning to just come and finish. I think it's supposed to be like a group effort too, so I don't know how many it takes, but it might be a lot. We have a level 70 or higher, 9.1k XP. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I'm gonna do to level my 70s. Oh, no, hang on. You know what? We're leaving. We're getting out of here. There's gotta be something better to do. We're gonna go kill Warlord Dagu up here. He's easy to find. Yeah, there's nothing else, like, I guess time walking. But even, I don't know, for the recent time walkings, and that reminds me, that's something that I need to do for the weekly, is there's going to be a new week of Turbulent Timeways. And I need to do a batch of 5 of those to make sure I keep up with my buff. That'll be a good thing to do. But yeah, I don't think I'm really, like, leveling my alts, so if there's anything's going to give them some experience. They don't need it right now, you know? They can run Blackwing Lair just fine at level 70. But maybe one day I'll want to run something and I'll be glad that I leveled them. It could happen. Forgot that classic time walking is now permanently part of the rotation. Imagine my surprise when I queued up last night, ended up in Deadmines. Oh, do people not like classic time walking? I guess it depends on which one. I guess Dire Maul can kind of bite me. Alright, so we turn in the Goldeneye one, and then we go turn in the, we'll turn in the Goldeneye one, and then we'll go turn in the Tortolan one, and then we'll go have like a little look-see at Blackwing Lair, just to, you know, see if they want to cough up any mog. Done with them back in 06. We had 2 months of it, but still. Got tired of it for a while. That's fair. So much a classic that 3 weeks seems a bit fast to have it again. Love Deadmines, though. I feel like the only ones I ever got were Dire Maul. I must have queued into something else. I don't even know which dungeons they put in the classic time walking rotation, because there's too many for them to have done all of them. Was there Moradon? Did they make us Moradon?
What did you bring?
Okay. Zul'Farrak? Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was some Zul'Farrak. Zul'Farrak took a while. That was a long one. Did so much Dire Maul, got tired of it. How are we doing on Tortolan rep? Not even quite exalted in this character. I should be doing it on my main. I should be doing Tortolan emissaries on her because she actually is exalted. Plus, there's no reason why you couldn't farm Paragon caches in multiple characters. It would just be helping a lot of turtles get to the water, but it's a lot of time to invest for, like, a chance at one toy when I could go run a raid and I could have a chance at all kinds of stuff. Once we finish Blackwing Lair, it's Ruins of AQ time. And then it's Temple of AQ time. You know, heaven help us. I think I'm worried about the organizational challenge of trying to figure out what I need all of the different, like, totems and bits and bobs for. I'm hoping that all the things makes that really easy and that it's not as complicated as I'm envisioning, because right now I'm just kind of afraid that I'm gonna not understand and I'm just gonna have a bunch of garbage that I'm unable to get rid of. Okay, that's good. Let's do a little smidge of Blackwing there. We can also get rid of some of the stuff we got from our previous runs. I don't think I'm gonna need any of this. I'm not even selling greens, I'm just vendoring them. Get out of here. Citizen Quinn, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. Appreciate it. Still a mess, and you have to keep a bunch of garbage until you are done. Got a whole row or two of those in my warband bank. What are my questions? I guess it's a later me problem. I'll figure out my questions when I actually am ready to, like, start doing it. Frost DK with 2 one-handed swords from Sirenile. Easy to destroy Viscidus. Sirenile. I want to go... We're going to Blackwing Lair. Yeah, we'll come up with a couple of characters that can do Viscidus. I don't really want to level them past 70 for the occasion. If I don't have to. If I don't absolutely have to. Could be 3 columns. But, you know, there's nice mogs. That's the saving grace of doing whatchamacallit, of doing AQ mogs is that the mogs are cool. You know, you got all these bug bits. You got some delightfully low-res transmog. Viscodus is holding the last piece I need for my pally set. Oh, rude. Enjoying running Kata stuff, minus the RP. I am... turning on the toe oven, I forgot. Okay, let's see here. So I'm gonna remember, first of all, where the Blackwing Lair door is. Second of all, to dismiss my pet before I even zone in. Well, there we go. There's challenge 1. Make sure... I don't think it's going to set me in anything other than the one difficulty size, but I'm going to dismiss my pet to make sure that I can actually use the orb. Oh. Where's pet dismiss? There it is. Started doing some molten core runs too. Satisfying to see things disappear off the ATT table and the pink text and the sounds. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if we can get anything. I'm hoping for 2 pieces. Out of, I mean, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 pieces out of 7 would be massive. So my pet's dismissed, that's good. Man, I have to fix that belt transmog. This time around, I am going to kill this trash. And then sometimes she does this thing where she insists on running towards me before she lets me start egg bopping, and sometimes she does not. I'm going to leave an egg right up by me so that that's the last one that I do. But sometimes she just freaks out and kills me even after I've cleared all of the eggs, so I don't know. We'll just try to kill her really quickly after. At least you no longer seem to have to wait for, like, all of the mobs to exit the room or anything. You can just kill her and the door will still open. So much dress-up potential. Light blue text is best. I have not yet got the new Lunar Festival mount. I was thinking of chipping away at that a little bit on stream today. Maybe in between Blackwing Lair runs. That sounds pretty good. Maybe it'll... I was gonna say, maybe it'll be less exhausting if I do it in phases, but I think it's unfair of me to brand a farm as exhausting when I haven't even started yet. It's 9:20 in the morning. I've had my coffee. I had a pretty good night's sleep. I have no reason to complain about anything being exhausting yet. Okay, and then this one. And then just kill her. Yeah, alright. So I actually have all of her mog, but we have to... She's kind of a door watcher. They're just talking to me about things I can make with Elementium ingots, so those things I'm not worried about. Although that is kind of annoying in that it's going to stop Blackwing Lair from disappearing from the list when we have all of these things, at least until we've finished AQ. Alright, Veilistras, we are hoping will cough up a Netherwind belt. That's what we're looking for. It took me an hour-ish, fly around and get coins. Almost all of Eastern Kingdom's calendar wrath, lots of coins. It's like 75, right? I guess you get 1 per elder, so it's still kind of a lot. For some reason, when I saw 75, I was like, that's nothing, because like in terms of like tricky treats, you know, sometimes they charge like 500, but tricky treats you also get multiple per visit, whereas you only get 1 coin. Quest that gives 25 coins once per character, not per event overall.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, so like if you ever got that 25 coin thing, then you can't do it again, kind of thing. No luck on that belt I was looking for. Also, now that I'm finished with Razor Gore, I can get my pet back here. Oh, fiddlesticks. Also, I need to make sure I'm spec'd into Camouflage, very important. Because we're going to use that to get through the slow area. Is that about creating an earthen? Ooh, that's smart. Yeah, you'd get exploration. I like that idea. I just don't know, like, what, I don't... My problem is I don't want an earthen. I can't think of one good reason why I should make one, which is why I haven't really bothered. I unlocked them, they looked fine. I don't know. It's just hard to feel like you want it. Heirloom mog? But they're the only ones that would be able to wear their heritage set. Okay. And we're sneaking. We got 50 seconds. Oh yeah, loads of time. You don't need any other movement speed bonuses. I think you can stack it with like cheetah or whatever. But you don't need to. You're all good. You can really use another troll hunter, right? Made one, created it, never touched it. I made one and then I just like didn't play it and then I eventually deleted it. Hunter only quests on Earth, and it would be a good thing to do, whatchamacallit, the Siren Isle dwarf only thing. You know, it's as good a dwarf as any other dwarf. No luck yet. Let's see, maybe Evan Rock wants to drop me a Dragon Breath hand cannon. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, that's a sick gun. Special ensembles. Any dwarf can get those, though. And also, like, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time wanting it. Beards. Are you moving at regular speed in that section? Camouflage. Any stealth. Druid stealth, rogue stealth, hunter stealth with camouflage, and you're just gonna waltz right through it, and it is the best. I didn't know that until I just started refarming this recently, and it's my new favorite fun fact. I'm not wearing a speed set at all, no. You just camouflage, just walking. I'm spec'd into Pat Trailblazer, and I have a cunning pet out, so that's also increasing my movement speed, but it's really nothing fancy. No luck there. Flame Gore? No, you don't even have anything for me. Chromagus has shoulders, and then Nefarian has 2 things. I don't know if an Invis Potion would work or not. I don't know if it would count as a true stealth. It might do. I don't know. I also don't know if Mage Invis works or if you just have to blink. I'm assuming you just have to blink, but again, I haven't checked. I only have one mage and I haven't really started running it. That's not what I needed on Chromagus. There's a Paladin only Mountain Earthen. Yeah, but like, if I can't use it on the rest of them, I don't know if I care. Been running this raid for tier 2 sets for years and suffering through this slow, only running on a stealth class from now on. Yeah, I have enough hunters and druids that I don't know if I have been running it on non-hunters and druids, but like, you know, it seems like a good idea to do the hunters and druids first. The Dragonkin punt, as far as I can tell, has been removed. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I have tried. I tried, and they wouldn't do it. If you've had that work within the last like 7 days, I would love to know. Thought about making more rogues. I don't love leveling them. Rogues aren't a class that I end up with a lot of. I have one, and I've kept her. You know, she's survived a few purges, but it's just something I kind of have for the sake of if I ever decide I want to lockpick stuff. Really, is Ball tedious to get? I forget the details. I think it is a little bit. It's definitely a little bit of a project, but that's a feely answer. I don't actually remember the details. Have one for lockpicking. I can't remember the last time I actually opened a lockbox on my rogue. Like, never really. I think for a while I was sending them to a random mechanome I had because mechanomes have like the skeleton hand. Mechanomes can lockpick too. Not to quite the same level, but like good enough for random stuff that I'm getting. It's a project. And honestly, lately I just vendor lockboxes. I can't be bothered to open them. I had this whole plan where I was gonna sink them into my warbank and I was gonna fix it. Yeah, I don't really do it. Jewel crafters can craft them. That's consumable though. That costs gold. We got another thing. We got Dragonstalker's breastplate, which completed my Dragonstalker armor. I now have the full hunter set. What is this, tier 2? I don't know. I have the full Hunter Blackwing lair set, and there's only one item left I need from, it's the Warlock chest I need from Nefarian. So I'm happy with that. I want to get out of here. I've unfortunately used a lot of my teleports already. What else? Well, I mean, I got dungeon portals. Do I want to use a dungeon portal? I mean, they're character specific. Yeah, why not? Send her to a Taldazar. This is where tier 2 comes from? I guess so. I don't know. Cannot remember any of it. Yeah. It's just all old Mog to me. It's cool. It's a neat looking set. I'm glad I'll have it for the option. I just like seeing the you've completed the set text. I love finishing, like filling out a whole set, especially for classes that I don't have a lot of filled sets for, because it's really easy to transmog a complete set. It'll just show up in your transmog UI even without add-ons. Love of default. UI said what season or tier number. Yeah. Season numbers are largely a community thing. They don't usually include them in actual game communication. And then after a certain point, they just stopped counting because the numbers were getting kind of high, and it just became, you know, expansion number and then tiered season 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. Okay, so she's gonna be there for Belladar. Do I want to start the Lunar Festival thing? I'm kind of having fun doing this, but what if I forget to do Lunar Festival? I should probably do some Lunar Festival. Let's do one more run. Besides, what if I break it anyway? This character borked it twice last week before I managed to do it. If I break it, then I'll make an Earthen or something. Enjoying mogging my mail, leather, and plate classes for once. So glad they only added one thing. Yeah. 75. Okay. Dismissing this. I did it. I reached Mythic. Congratulations. Yeah, one new thing on the vendor is pretty good. Lunar Festival is a fine holiday. I guess it does have extra things to do. I'm always like, it's just the elders, but there's also like the boss or whatever. I just never really bother with it. Sanguinette, thank you very much for the 21-month resub. Very much appreciated. Welcome back. What is my white whale? Thing you were searching, obsessing for, whether you got it. I mean, any farm that I did that took me an outsized amount of time, so like midnight was one. Honestly, I think my white whale is the whatchamacallem, bowl of glowing puffer fish. But I can't really complain that I don't have it because I've spent years being bitter about it without actually doing anything about it. But it's the toy from the Tortolan Paragon cache, because I actually farmed for that the entire expansion and did not get it, and it was not supposed to be like a rare thing. I wondered if I was bugged or something. I did finish MC. I don't have the legendaries. I decided to not stress about legendaries and zone drops as I do this, but I got all of the tier. I got all the armor. That white burrito that Flappy told us about. Could not imagine spending time with the turtles again. I've started doing the emissary on my horde character whenever it pops up. I did one this morning. I don't want to do like every turtle's made it to the water every week, but I can stomach doing 3 turtle quests, you know. It only pops up like once a week or so, at most. Okay. And then you just kill her before she has a chance to change her mind. There we go. And now, let's get a nice cunning pet out. Very good. Come on, Vale of Straz. 1 Netherwind belt, please. I'm having a hard time getting oh, that's mage tier. Mage. Just plate. And then a gun. What is that? Pally shoulders? Wrath sounds like. Oh no, warrior. Warrior shoulders, and then lock robes. Cannot get the Paragon stuff from the archives in Korthia. The pet and the mount refuse to drop. Oh, that's a bummer. Whether or not to remake the paladin, keep the one I made during remix. I've been enjoying remix characters for instance farming, because it's kind of nice having them already set up, but I haven't played any of them in the actual game. I don't have any memories of leveling them because I leveled them in a half an hour. Down for more dinosaurs? Period. My bag's getting kind of full.
5.
I guess I haven't vendored stuff on this character since like Molten Core. She's got a bunch of random garbage. Okay, any luck? Nope, not that time. It's so funny to me that that boss just has belts. I just imagine him like whipping open like a trench coat, and there's just she's just got belts hanging up, dangling down like spaghetti needles. Pushing to get squidgy item level with bronze. Item level. They all the remix characters got set to a template item level, right? Like when they got kicked out of remix? And bronze was a remix only currency. I was getting her, like, I was powering her up. Oh, in remix. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. All right. A little sneaky sneak. Oh. Yeah, you do have to avoid getting knocked out of camo. It hasn't been a problem up to this point, but I have shamed my ancestors a little bit here. Now it's a question of, well, do you want to wait 40 seconds for it to come back off cooldown? Or do you want to just walk? We also have available to us Master's Call. It's a 45-second cooldown that will give us a little freedom for just a sec. That'll get us part of the way. Disengage gets you part of the way. I think at this point I'm just gonna wait for camo to come off cooldown again. I can feign death probably, assuming I can get out of combat with everything around me. Yeah. And then once that falls off, we're zooping. Oh, I got some Netherwind boots. Mage boots are acquired. We've got 5 things left. Any advantage to being a goblin and or rogue for the insane title? Rogue. Don't you need a rogue? There is, isn't there? It's something to do with... No, it's been so long I'm forgetting all the details. Yeah, for the lockboxes. And then I'm thinking, don't you have to have a rogue? But it must have been doable without a rogue. But no, you know what I did is I had a rogue do that part of the grind, send the lockboxes or something over. Like I don't think I got the rep on I don't know. Yeah. You mailed them whatever character's doing the grind. That's right. So you do you will want a rogue. It doesn't have to be the character that you're doing it on, but it can be. It would save you the trouble of mailing things. Goblin's Guide to Elementium. Does Goblin give you an advantage? I can't imagine so. I mean, it'd be kind of fun. Just because goblins are fun. It used to be that you would do it on a human because it had the rep buff, but that's not a thing anymore. I got the Pauldrons of Wrath. I have finished the warrior set. And you know you're a warrior when you've got backup axe blades on your shoulders and head. You can buy the lockboxes. People make good gold selling lockboxes. Alright, come on, Nefarian. If you give me some Nemesis robes, I will stop bullying you. I will leave you alone. Because then I will only need 3 things from this instance. If I was going to make an earthen to fly around, just to have one, it would be either an earthen, a hunter. I'm kind of partial to hunter or rogue right now just because of like this Blackwing Lair farm, but I really should not let that taint my opinion. Because I'm almost done farming Blackwing Lair. I'm almost done farming Blackwing Lair. I can always use more hunters. Always forget you can auction house the lockboxes. More shamans? I'm just trying to think of a good reason. I guess, oh, well, for Molten Core for the Flame Tongue, Flame Lash illusion. I don't know if I'm that fussed about it, to be honest. You can only use it on a shaman. And yeah, it would be nice to have it off the list for the sake of getting Molten Core to disappear off the list, but Molten Core will never vanish off the list until I get Sulfurous and Thunder Fury. And we should be honest with ourselves about the odds of that happening anytime soon. I think that, I don't think we're gonna worry about it. What class does an earthen seem like? I mean, I made a warrior originally, but she didn't make it. Paladin for the mount or druid. Can you be an earthen druid? I don't think you can be a druid. If Earthen got druids, then I really missed a memo. No luck there. Now let's get her kicked out. Should be a thing. Why should it be a thing? Do we have, like, lower Earthen druids? Or do we just want druid for everything? Because we don't have any other kinds of dwarven druids. Oh, everyone should be able to. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, man. Her bags are full. I'm happy with that run, though, because we're down to 4 items left. Druid connected to Earth. Earthen seemed like a good leap. Yeah, all classes for all races. I mean, so far I haven't found any good reason not to have like 37 hunters. They seem like great alls. They're nice and fast for instance running. You know, it's fun getting pets on them. I am always going to know how to play them at least a rudimentary level. Yeah. Slower than druids. Earthen can't be druids, though. We were thinking about an Earthen alt, specifically. Okay, let's clear out a little room here. I was just trying to think if there's any class that would make me actually, like, excited to make one. Or really any emotion that is, like, a tiny bit hotter than apathetic. Now a paladin main after years of playing warrior. Warrior's getting more fun at level 70. Made mine a shaman, but they're still level 10. Yeah, I don't tend to play my shamans very much. I don't really seek them out when I am on a shaman. I'm usually confused. It's not. I don't know if it's my calling. Let me take a look at it, because that would be a good character to get the Lunar Festival tokens on. I like making lots of priests, but those are not good instance farming alts. Did I ever delete that Earthen? I think I did. Yeah. Oh yeah, I spent way too long thinking of a name and then I just hated the name. No. No. Absolutely not. Nope. Nah. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any male dwarves. Maybe I should make a male Earthen. What can I do with him? He can be... He could be a golden man. I think I liked that one because it had so much gradient in it. In honor of Flabby, I named my Earthen Slabby. Oh, I like that. Slabby's great. Completed the Final Legion class campaign last night. Very nice. Oh, dwarves without beards are jump scare me. It's just not. Big long beard. I could make his eye color match his class color. Or his hair? I don't know, he doesn't look like he's got a soul in there. He looks like he should be defending a tomb with the big elaborate beards. What class? He's a hunter. I don't know. I think he looks fine. He could be blue. He could be purple. I don't know. I kind of like the bright copper. The bright copper hair. I think that it looks fine. Could have lots of braids. Could have lots of hair. Could have a mohawk with a little braid in the back. This is what my hair is in danger of doing. Getting a little mullety. Yeah, alright. Needs brighter eyes. Dwarves without beards are what cause Sargeras to go insane and start destroying planets. Waddle's a bit stiff. Yeah, I mean, he's a little stony. I'm sure there's like some cool themes for there's some cool themes for hunter pets for Earthen specifically. What do I want to name him? I don't know. A random name's probably okay, although a random name's usually a good sign that I'm not really all that into a character. He's just gonna farm instances in, like, I don't know, Lunar Festival coins this time around. He's fine. I don't think I'm ever gonna be, like, jam stoked for Earthen. Rocky Balboa. This character is getting purged. You're getting purged. What's his name? Yeah. Have we really, you know, done our due diligence? Rock and rocks. My favorite crystal or rock. I don't think I have a favorite crystal or rock. I like diamonds. That's more of a Magni thing, though. Named my Earthen girly Anthracita. Make a monk rock and roll. Uh-huh. Crunchy. This could take an excessive amount of time. Bob! They won't let me be Bobo. Can I be Moofy? I can be Moofy! Alright. That's my nickname for my puppy when I'm feeling especially squishy. Why you know make character? Thank you. Alright. Let's get some Lunar Festival coins, huh? Moose becomes Moosey, becomes Mr. Moosey Moo, becomes Moo, becomes Moofy. I miss my Moofy. I need help. How do you do with aggressive salespeople? I avoid them wherever possible. I will go out of my way to not put myself in a situation where they will ever lay eyes on me, usually. I do much better with people that are less pushy.
Before Magni's sacrifice.
I have a timeshare I would like to sell you. Uh-huh. In Finnish, we say something like, a loved child has many names. Aw. That's sweet. I do call Moose and Kira like a million different nicknames. I feel like they're also evolving and degenerating over time. You know, they're getting a little more fried every week. Not a loot. And then maybe some action bars. And maybe give them what is that? Oh, it's his thing. His earthen thing. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'm sure he can wear some heirlooms just for the moment. Hi, Moofy.
This one. Glad to see this one wasn't.
I mean, it's not a name you're gonna forget in a hurry, or at least I won't. Oh, dear. Cat's name was Zarpus, and I ended up calling her Poopsie sometimes. I get it.
Your awakening protocol.
Whenever you're ready, step on the scale.
Dog's name is Blaze. I call her Poopy. Moose also goes from puppy to pup to bub to bubba. I never used to be a bubba person until I got Moosey. Oh, sometimes he's Pupple Up too.
Like all those reborn within the machine.
I think I adore Moofy. My favorite earthen to ever earthen. I like to think, and mind you, I have only the slightest grasp on what earthen even are or doing. I don't know, he's probably scanning for viruses. It's important healthcare. I like to think that he woke up or whatever, and he decided that being an earthen isn't going to define him, and he's going to do all the things everybody else is doing. You know, he's not all that hung up on his identity as an earthen. He's just going to be a regular dwarf. I think he named himself Moofy.
Another one impaired with
But I want to level him with exploration, Lunar Festival stuff. I figure it'll kind of go hand in hand. What's a good mount for him to flap around on? You know, like, what's a good flying mount for him to just kind of tour on?
Of course.
It's nice. Also, we might want to get a Brutosaur on the bar. Usually comes in handy. A stone griffin? Oh, he could ride a wave shredder. We only just got that one.
For the final scan, you will
There's also Freyr.
reading too many
I'm trying to think of things that I haven't really had time to bond with yet.
of it.
Do not panic, my friend.
Or just like rare things in general. Stone Griffin, Sky Golem. I loathe Sky Golems. I can't stand them. I'm so happy that I can use talents to not need to ride them for Irving. I feel like he would like a vintage wave shredder. I feel like he's gonna put on some rock and roll, you know, and roll around on the wave shredder. I don't know what his pets are gonna be yet. We'll figure something out. Maybe I won't theme them to being earthen or stone or anything. Like, there are certainly rock-like pets that you could get. There's no shortage of them, but I think that maybe he's just gonna... Moofy's gonna want what Moofy's gonna want. You like him? They wouldn't let me be Bobo. Someone else is already running around as Bobo.
And somehow your path led to me.
I don't remember doing all this. I must have done, because I definitely made an earthen and got through the beginning.
Consoles to allow for agency.
The past is the past, but whether you embrace it is up to you.
Oh, he's getting weapons and stuff. throw his
Cycles. We Earthen had our fate imposed upon us, never free to choose.
Hey Hazel, how are you doing? Hello, honey bun. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you? Wanted to just Tony or something, but a phone call distracted me. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to be Tony. Yeah, I think I have that. Well, actually, I don't know. If you had to level for it, I certainly didn't level. I think I did it for the mounts, maybe? I don't know. I definitely did early earthen for something. Well, the walking fish things. Those are pretty cool. I do like those a lot. Oh, they gave me a Ramolith pet. It's fun. Exhausted, but good.
With the exception of the Storm Riders, most Earthen were never intended for combat.
Maybe Moofy's Ram will be Tony.
To leave Kazalgar.
Yeah. Tony is a cunning pet, so, you know, Tony might be all that we ever need. Let's do another pair of them here. I just want them to spit me out in the world so that I can go... Also, Tony, excuse me. Tony, you're... Tony, this one! I don't have pet control macros set up right now. Oh dear. That's not what I meant to do at all. There we go. Listen, Moofy's new. Moofy's new on the job. Moofy's doing his best. Moofy and Tony, iconic too. They need a comic book for their adventure. He's gonna go see a lot of elders.
Complete lockdown. Lockdown? What in the name of the machine is going on, cool
They're
guys?
definitely gonna break me out of here in a second, right? For sure.
Shutting down that golem will shut down the whole
Let me out.
purge
Let me out.
program.
Let me out.
If you're successful, you will be the first Earthen to ever defy this.
There is something a little novel about just playing a male dwarf. I never do that. The only time I ever get a model like this is if I've ever run over like some kind of a toy that's gonna randomly roll my appearance. And even then, I would usually re-roll male dwarves.
Well, look at you. I've seen this room shut
But
down
he seems as good an ult as any other.
but
I want to Mog him. I don't know if the heirloom Mog is really working for him.
hope you brought
It would seem you are destined for many great things. I have little doubt.
Yeah, they get you all the way to level 11 just like that. And then they spit you out into Stormwind, and we can begin. We can begin. So we're gonna get him a Transmog Yak on his bar.
Heroes of the Alliance, the Dragon Isles have opened. and
Expedition
beckon
Yak.
Dragonflight's home. Meet me in
Not the modest one, but the grand one.
I shall present the Aspect's invitation.
See if we can fix this up a little bit. We got any hunter sets that we want to put on? Anything that looks particularly dapper on him? I guess he doesn't really have a... I don't know if it's going to let me do all these things. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's just civilian clothing.
All Earthen deserve something more than what we were bound by, Ooze,
Yeah, he looks alright.
including yourself.
I don't know if Moofy's earned all of this, though.
For once, I am inclined to believe that.
Also, Moofy's not wearing any pants. He does have heirloom pants on, though. Hunters in robes are just a bit odd. It can be done, but it's a little... I don't know. It's not my first choice. Oh, I must have a better wardrobe and transmog or something on. I don't usually have this extra tab. I can't use that. It's not Brewfest. Dungeon sets. I feel like this is going to be more his speed, you know? Something simple. Simple and straightforward. Whoa, hang on. What does Moofy look like as a magical girl? He looks like a little action figure. Yeah, that might be it. I like these classic sets on him, actually. Although he's too broke, he can't afford it yet. Oh no. Oh dear. What if he needs 5 gold? I guess he can steal from the war bank a little bit. Try the dive suit, says the person who has a DK in a robe. Yeah, she's having a whole Beauty and the Beast moment, though. Yeah, we'll steal 100 gold just to mog ourselves here. I liked that. Yeah, I like the heavy Scorpid. Do I want the recolor or do I want the regular one? Probably regular. And then, like, I don't know. Maybe some cool old bow. You'd think I've got some neat ones from having been doing stuff out here. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, alright. He's ready for an adventure. Dude, looks Fury Road. He needs a little chrome to the face. So, Boba Army wants me to do time walking. I don't want to do that. They want to send me to Dragon Isles. I don't know if I want to do that either. I want to turn off and turn on some things. So we've got handy notes. Hallow's End. We can turn off Hallow's End. And we need to get Lunar Festival. Looks great. Thank you. Oh man, I have add-on updates out the wazoo. Oopsies. Lunar Fest. Handy notes, Lunar Festival. What's the difference? Ah, that one's up to date. Alright. Yeah, I wonder what level he'll be by the time he's done. Uh-oh. Did I crash my game? I crashed my game! Oopsies. My bad. That's okay. In the meantime, can have visit with Kitty Cat. How you doing, baby girl? You doing good? I thought it was so sweet that you told the dog that you liked him. I think he might have even known what you meant. Appreciate that. I wonder if it's because Moose is, like, younger than her. Or if it's because he's worn her down with excessive affection over time. Every day when he comes home from his walk, he will go find Kira and he will, like, lick her on the ears. Like, just, like, a little bit around the head and the face. And she must be interpreting that as affection. I feel like cats do something not that different. Boogie Ponderosa, thank you very much for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years, Boogie. Party. This girl's doing alright. She's doing okay. She has a little coughing fit every now and then, but not really any more often than before. And she's eating. She's eating and drinking. Drinking like a young whippersnapper. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Okay, so now we have Handy Notes Lunar Festival on. Perfect. Is there anything... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've actually flown around on the Wave Shredder. I hadn't really bothered with this before. Oh, man, his talent points. This is going to be the bane of my existence. Is there a breadcrumb that's going to send me into start? Like, he's never done... no, thank you. Anyone want to bark at me about Lunar Festival? Yeah. That one. If there, yeah, because if he can get 25 tokens just because, I don't know if it's once per account or once per character. He's a brand new character, so he's definitely never done it. She looks very happy. I do have tall hair today. It's been getting a little crazy. It's probably gonna get crazier before it gets less crazy. Yeah, so we're saving up 75 of these coins, of which I currently have 1. We're gonna save up 75 for a lunar launcher. fireworks. So they want me to do eight fireworks and 2 cluster fireworks. 1, 2, 8. What mount is that? That is Soweezy's Vintage Wave Shredder. You can get it for Flame Blessed Iron on the Siren Isle from Soweezy, who's hanging out in a lounge chair, living life. He's got all the best Siren Isle transmogs. And they'll give an invitation that we can use to go to Moonglade. Moofy looks like he's all about fire and thunder. Moofy's ready to party. He was born today and he's ready to party. He's got some catching up to do. Anything that I should be doing over here? No, they just want me to go this way. So yeah, he's got the ride for sure. I feel like I'm always putting hunters in ponytails, like they need to have their hair out of their face for some reason. Yeah. So that one is for 25 coins. Find them in Ashenville, Fellowwood, Fairless, Moonglade, Stone Talon, Duskwood, Mount Hydril. If you let the Blessing of the Moon expire, you have to start over. Is there like a really good route for this? Let me see. Because if this is easy, I would love to do it for the 25 coins. That is the efficient order. Someone's Magni Heart of Azeroth quest bugged it. What do you think about the Earthen storyline? As I said earlier, not super familiar with it. I'm not really a big story person. I think we're done with Siren Isle upgrades. I think we did them. I'm just looking to see if there's any modern... Don't think the time limit exists anymore. A lot more tolerable with dragon riding. Let's try it. If you die doing the Moonwell quest, just keep going. The Moonwell still counts even if you lose your buff. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll stop worrying so much about whether or not I'm going to be able to do this perfectly. I'm just going to go do it. So what, you go here. And does it give you like an extra action button? Power my staff in the light of the moon. Quest item. So the quest item is not usable. Oh, that's just a this is a Moonwell. That is just a tent. Pardon me, don't mind me. No problems. Because I want to also like hit up elders while I'm flying around for these things. Alright. Can I actually just... Here, let's get... Copy. Someone? I don't know if if it's going well. I don't know if it's going well at all. Make the elders show in all phases of phase zones like Silithus. Yeah, that would be nice. So, I need to do Fellwood. I'll probably do Fellwood and then Darkshore? Darkshore's over here. At least we have dragon riding. Although, I need to redo his buttons. Surge forward. Take aerial halt. Clean off the bars. There we go. I think that's how I normally like to do it. Visit each one once made it way easier. Okay, alright. That should be fine. So there's going to be an elder around here, question mark? Yeah, there we go. And then we can go into Fellwood, do an elder, and also do the staff charge. And as we go through different places, we should be getting exploration, like big exploration experience for him as well. So I'm curious to see, by the time I get 75 coins for the new mount, what level Moofy might be. You know, he might have leveled up. Learning the flower crowns? I have the flower crowns already, I think, unless I missed it. I might have missed if they added more of them. I just kind of want the extra 25 elder tokens. I think that sounds kind of nice. It sounds like it would make it faster to get this mount. Flying around in the moonwells while I cook. 10 plus minutes between moonwells. Mm. Just like a flight path, I guess, if you're cooking, or maybe you're like really good. The finest multitasking. So I can see that there's a... Is there not an elder here? Not completed Moofy. Oh, did I not do the thing? I thought I did the thing. This is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be absolutely terrible. I figured I had enough add-ons to help me with this. There we go. 891 experience for that. Flight path, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. What you cooking? You got anything good going on? I've taken it into my head that I really want to try making dumplings from scratch again, like steamed dumplings. I haven't done it in years, but I want to give it another go. I want to pick up some mushrooms and cabbage, just to do kind of like a mushroom, cabbage, carrot vegetarian one. I think sounds good. But I used to do it. I used to like make the dough and roll it out, and every now and then you just really want fresh dumplings. We can get decent ones here delivered and whatnot, but there's something a little extra special about you having wrestled with it yourself. Plus, it's been so long since I've made them that I've forgotten how annoying it is to do, because I don't have a lot of patience for fiddly stuff like that usually. So I need to do it again so I can remember. We had our big dumpling party last night. Recently learned how to make a rapas. Super easy, somehow delicious. I want to do buns as well. I used to do steamed red bean buns. I don't know why I stopped. Doesn't make any sense. You haven't done a cooking stream? I retired from those. I quit with a capital Q. Oh, there's another moonwillow down here. Okay. I think I could probably stand to jack up my waypoints a bit, because when I'm in my zone map, I'm not seeing them super big. The lunar elders. We're at 4 coins of 75, so we're making some progress. Leveling another hunter, I see. I figured if I was gonna fly around doing Lunar Festival elders anyway, I may as well do it on an earthen, because I never did level an earthen. And you know, maybe I might want to have one. I don't know if I do, but I don't know that I don't. So I need to go, hang on, map pin. Do I not have like a handy notes thing here? Moofy's got maybe too many add-ons on. Handy notes. Lunar Festival. Lunar Fest mount took more time and flying than I expected with dragon riding. An interesting cookbook that I heard about where they make everything themselves and then talk about which things they think are enough better to be worth it. Like to make from scratch as opposed to buying pre-made. That's kind of cool. Yeah, alright. Did I enable it? I meant to enable it before. Handy notes. Lunar Festival. I wonder if it's... Oh, it's just... Oh, I see. So they just took the handy notes name out of it. So it's down there. So it is on. I just want to really crank the size. There's Lunar Festival. Map pin. Map alpha. Yeah, I don't know. Should show. Maybe I'll turn rare scanner off. I wonder if that clutter is ruining my life here. Moofy does not need to have I'll turn off candy buckets. I wonder if it's interfering. He doesn't need craft sim. He does not need equip recommended gear. I think that was like a remix add-on. Certainly does not need farm HUD or gather mate or gladiator loser gladius. I could probably get rid of those now. He can keep the handy notes and Leatrix. Certainly manuscript journal is no good. I hear like an electric sound, but maybe it's just because I'm running the wave shredder in the fountain. You know? You can turn off Narcissus and Omnibar. I don't think he's using Plumber or Group Finder or Shopping List. Rare Scanner. He doesn't need RC Loot Cancel. He certainly doesn't need... I need to clean up my add-ons. Holy moly, there is a lot of garbage in here. Yikes. TomTom's fine. GSM can turn off. Alright. Try that. Not the first time Hazel's found old remix add-ons. Yeah, I'm sure I've come across it before. Oopsies, I just pulled off my one key. Huh. Cannot understand how you run all those add-ons without problems. As the computer means business. It's nice, although it does lead me to be kind of lazy. So now I may have gone too far. Map. Normally I have a handy notes button. I have handy notes on. I didn't turn it off for him. I have handy notes on, and I have handy notes Lunar Festival. Normally it gives me map filters that let me kind of like check and see. Now I've just managed to get rid of all of the pins. That's no good. Anyway. Is there the red one? The red one? Map filter, map pin, map legend. That's all the things. They're really small. Well, I want to make them bigger. Normally there's settings there. Oh, the red icons in the map. Oh. Oh. Why are they so small? Handy notes, please. Oopsie doopsie doo. Where did handy notes go? / handy notes. It really doesn't seem like it should be. Yeah, I'll just set into 2. Try that. Oh yeah, that did turn it up. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I don't like that red color. I think this is a more modern Lunarfest plugin, and I'm sure it has like the new things. Also, it says that there is lunar preservation, but I did do it. It just doesn't have the thing. Red is the quest and blue are the elders. Are there blue ones? Maybe I did them for this zone already. Oh, for heaven's sake. For crying out loud. Heavens to Betsy. I just wanted to run Blackwing Lair, but I need to get this mount. Yeah, maybe I should have stuck with Tomcats or with whatchamacallums. Even candy buckets. I have that too. I just figured this would be good. Seemed like a good idea. Good morning. Good morning. You know, this isn't hiding them because you collected them before. Yeah, I'm also struggling to see the blue ones. You'd think that it wouldn't... Remove when completed by Moofy, but not remove when completed by account. Shouldn't change it. It should be fine. Ye old candy buckets. Yeah, it wasn't, because it wasn't turned off. Like, Moofy hasn't completed any of these, so it shouldn't be filtering them. Unless I'm just blatantly misunderstanding something. He did level up. He's level 13 now, so the exploration experience is working good. I've been playing this game so long, you'd think I would be better at this. I think I'm getting worse with age. Also, I think that... Oh, never mind, it's fine. I've got a crackling sound in my ear, but as long as you guys aren't hearing a crackling, it's fine. Because, yeah, it's not showing the blue ones at all. Alright. Handy notes. You can hand it with you. Candy buckets, you're back in. A, B, C. These events are when I play Hearthstone and a second monitor and fly around. Is this one crackly? Yeah. Maybe it's my Bluetooth. Or my audio driver or something. Are you guys getting like a static sound? Elder, instance, elder. Okay. So we definitely missed a couple up north, but that's fine. That's fine. We're not going to run fully out of them. And then the blue... No, that's just elder in an instance. Lunar Preservation wants me to maybe go to Hyjal, but I feel like I'm supposed to do Hyjal last. No static sound. Okay, well that's good. I can live with it. Are we sure it isn't the Wave Shredder? Yeah, I can fly a different mount, but you guys would be able to hear it too, I think. No, I just have a static sound. A little crackle crackle. Might be, it could be any variety of thing. Had that issue last night. Freaks out when it needs charging. I'll troubleshoot it later. I've got a bunch of stuff that has been stressing me out that I'm going to try my best to deal with today. And I think that sometimes life is like, oh, hey, you're looking at, you know, being brave. Why don't we troll you with several unrelated things that are going to be really annoying? Please, it's all right. Let's not try to troubleshoot it live on stream. I don't want to make it worse than it already is. My to-do list is constantly trolled. I feel like I should not go to Thunderbluff. I'm at Thunderbluff, and I feel like I should not. Confirmed life is troll. This is fine. We're not being shot to death just yet. You won't get killed. So far, so good. Okay, yeah. Alright, so now it's showing me the next places for the buff. And it's like an hour-long buff, too. I should be okay. Org's a different story. Okay. How are we doing? Let's just go south a little bit here. We're up to six of these. I just delete the envelopes. I know that might be a little disrespectful to the elders, but they're, I don't know. I don't have the bag space. Put them in relatively safe spots for the Horde and ally cities. It's good. Alright, come on, Fairless. His Azurite Surge icon is oddly pixelated. This is a brand new race. It's strange that their active racial ability has such a funky looking icon. I wonder if that's unintended, or if it's like, oh man, they're Earth and they're, if it's, I don't know, if there's some kind of a justification for it. It's not just an Azurite Surge, it's a pixel Azurite Surge. It's so pixely, right? It's a cool ability. It's a level 14. Candy Buckets is doing much better by me for this. Having a much better time. Is it an old icon? I mean, it's an Azurite icon, which would mean that it would be BFA at the oldest if they didn't make a new one. It's very strange that it looks like that. Even vanilla icons don't look that bad. Maybe it's intentional. Who's to say? There we go. There's another one just north. Not in the instance, just outside. Might be due to the color combo choices. I just don't think that makes any sense. Originally a neck power from BFA. Oh, there it is. Mountains and transmogs that are new this year. I thought it was just the mount. Are there new transmogs? I know that if you're a few years behind, they added a dragon customization for our Dragonflight dragon. There's like a Lunar Festival armor you can get for it. But that's not new this year. That's just a semi-recent. Transmogs are old. Gotcha, gotcha. Maybe unpopular opinion, but I liked the Heart of Azeroth. I thought it was a cool borrowed power. Corruption's what sucked in BFA. The actual heart itself with the active abilities that it had, I thought was fun enough. But the powers on the armor with the wheels, hated that. That was confusing to navigate for me. I did not like that it made it really obscure to try to figure out offhand, especially on like an alt or a character that you're not intimately familiar with, whether or not a new piece is an upgrade, because an item level upgrade doesn't necessarily mean that the powers are better for you. And like, maybe it's got one good power, but it's got another terrible power, you know, like it just made it really annoying to figure out upgrades. I probably need to phase this zone. Armor added RNG on top of RNG. It's just not very intuitive to navigate. Got the Trading Post preview and the Lunar New Year preview mixed up. I've heard good things. I don't think I've actually seen the data mined models yet for what we're expecting to be on this next Trading Post. Should be kind of cool though. February was the month they said they were going to do bonus tender, right? They said it was going to be a bigger than normal shopping pool and then extra tender, I think. I believe.
Farewell.
We've had artifact weapons. We've had artifact neck. When do we get artifact pants? No leg drops for the whole expansion, just one OP pair of slacks. And if you do a big 3-month-long achievement, you can mog it into overalls. Huh? Cargo pants? Yo, what if your artifact pants had, you could spec them to be cargo pants and it would increase your backspace? That would be really unnecessary. Come on, kitty cat. Kitty cat. Oh dear. Now we're thinking. I don't know if that's really fitting with, like, WoW. I don't know if I've ever seen a cargo pant in WoW. Can't believe we got player housing before player pants. I will never say no to pockets. But then your bags would get smaller whenever you took off your cargo pants. What if your bags got smaller, but then your movement speed? You had to choose between speed and space. You're either nimble or you're prepared. Now we got Olam. Ungoro Crater. I wonder how many. There's still... I still need to do it in... Layer Preservation. Duskwood. So there are some in the Eastern Kingdoms as well. It's not just Kalimdor. What if your artifact pants are jorts? You see the Brian David Gilbert jorts video. It'll stick with you forever. Jorts are jean shorts. Space every day. Glad over encumbered isn't a thing we have to worry about in WoW. I hate weight limits in every game that has them. I would rather have bag slot limits. Valheim has both, and that's my biggest gripe with Valheim is I am constantly... Like, I get that it's part of the gameplay of like, oh man, now I need to use a wagon or whatever. But, any game that's just gonna make me, like, waddle because I accidentally picked up one too many ingots. A little bit rude. I appreciate that Satisfactory does not do that to me. Am I wearing jorts for my wedding? Who's to say? Ancestral woolies. Yeah, I'm using candy buckets to track the locations. I have not played the Valheim expansion. Every time I play Valheim, I don't quite get to the new content. I tend to get to the plains and then I get killed by Duskitos and then I find something else to do is usually about what I do. I'm also not very good at fighting bosses in that game. I'm much happier when I'm base building. Picked one too many flowers. I can't walk anymore. Those skeeters. Character looks down at the ground, seems depressed, and just cracks me up. They do kind of, don't they? I didn't really think of it that way before, but they do kind of hunch. He's gonna have a little bit of a struggle getting over here. I'm gonna give him a second to recover his vigor, and we can clear out some envelopes. He's level 15. Can you imagine how slow you'd move if they weighed the gold and everything? Backpack, 4 bags, reagent bag. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I also am not a huge fan of inventory systems like you get in Diablo style games where you have X amount of like slots in your bags, but it's not just one item per slot. It's like some items will take up big chunks of slots. I don't love that. I don't desire it in games. It's usually something I put up with if I have to. But I've never seen that and gone, oh yeah, Tetris time. No. Not a fan of gray items in WoW. They don't need to exist to me anyway. They're pretty inconsequential to me because there's so many add-ons, and even in-game now that lets you auto-vendor them. I've had auto-vendoring add-ons for ages, so it's usually just a sign that I need to stop by a vendor. But you're right, they could probably just cash them into gold automatically and have you pick them up as gold. I don't know if I personally would want that, though. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to grays. I kind of like vendoring grays. I can't really justify why I like it. But I kind of like vendoring grays. I'll get a pair of like gray plate pants while I'm leveling a Northrend or something. I'll be like, oh boy, couple of gold. Whereas if I just looted the gold directly, I don't think I ever would have noticed it. I already spent too much time reorganizing my war bank. I don't need to add Tetris to it. Ways to add flavor to gold drops. Dunno, just don't like them. I will absolutely agree that they're completely extraneous. Oh no. Oh, these are level 30. I'm only level 15. Tony, can you do it? Tony seems fine. They're not actually hurting me. That's weird, right? You'd think they would have I would have been moitered by now. I forgot that the sun's... I'm not like in catachrome time or anything, so the sun's not going to scale down. Right? Isn't this strange? Is the rocks getting very durable? They're fully twice my level. And I'm hitting them as well. I'm not just like perma missing. I might be missing somewhat. Here, that one's almost done. I guess I am like single targeting them because I don't really have any cleave yet. Oh dear. Well, this will get you acquainted with your leveling talents. You know what I really should do? That would be a lot faster than this. See if I can dismiss him. Alright, no more Tony. Get a little distance. Do a little feign death. Atone for my sins. There's really no reason for me to be fighting those. What's your total HP? 189k. That's what it says. That seems crazy, right? Classic Braid says, good spot to level. It's a weird scaling thing. Yeah, dismiss feign death, good move. Yeah, I don't know why I have 189k as a level 15 character. I continue to have 189k as a level 16 character. If that matters. Very strange. I'll take it though. Alright, how many coins are we at? We're at 12. It's going great. It's a cool mount at least. At least we're not doing this for like a recolor of a mount that we've had for a really long time. The new Lunar New Year mount looks crazy. It's got that going for it. Overall, don't mind recolors, but they're getting a bit overboard with them now. Just now? I don't know. I think WOD was when I really realized that recolors were very much the name of the game. WOD had a handful of new mount models, and they were pretty cool, though they were a little bit strange and stiff, like the WOD Wolves and the WOD Telbuks. The Telbuks in particular had like a rock-hard My Little Pony tail that would go like a fountain pump. They might still do that. I know they eventually did a pass on them to look at their animations and make them a little bit more natural, but they were crazy looking, and they made them in so many colors. And then they put all the different colors behind all kinds of different things. It was a big X-Pack for recolors. Not looking forward to my yearly Love Rocket torture farming. I mean, just do the one per day. Do it once per day, and then maybe you'll get it. Maybe you won't, but you might get it, you know? So many Talbuks, not enough Alex. There's gonna be a new mount, right? New Love is in the Air mount coming along? Maybe. Don't remind me. Not enough Alex. Easy for you to say. I mean, that's how I got it. They've said it has a much stronger chance on your first chance per day. I understand the mindset that would lead somebody to do it on like 50 characters in a day, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna pretend the Lunar Rocket that I'm working on is the Love Rocket. Or within has too many transmog sets, too many sets cluttering up my appearance list. I do think they could probably take a stab at improving navigation sorting options for the for transmogs and whatnot. Even search, like search kind of sort of works, but like with how much transmog we have, anything that will let people further organize, categorize, find, you know, there's add-ons that can do it, I think, but like let people search mog by colors, let people you know, I feel like better organization could only be a good thing. Wish it worked like the add-on where you can mog incomplete sets. Do, do. Alright, so now we can just kind of work our way back up. Maybe Hyjal? Hyjal may or may not work. Because Mufi is brand new and he hasn't done a lick of BFA or Heart of Azeroth or anything, there may be some weird phasing in Hyjal. But I figure I'll give it a look. I'll give it a little look-see. Maybe they fixed it. I had hopes before I saw all my friends who were part of the No Love Rocket Forever Farming Club with me got on their very first kill last year under new rules. Killed every day, didn't get it. You had to keep the item to transmog of the vendor, so you had to pay to put the things back in the void storage. Yeah, I don't miss that one bit. That was ugly. Those were dark times. I don't really want Animal Companion. I don't have any extra things, but they're gonna make me do Animal Companion to get multi-shot. Bit rude. Do you think it's just gonna summon an extra copy of Tony? I think it might, because that's my only pet that I have. These are cool dungeons. I think I might have all the mog from them already. I don't know, we'll see. Uh-oh. Getting another pet? Farming coins for the mount, actually. There's a new Lunar Festival mount this year, and I'm trying to get some coins while also maybe getting a little bit of experience on... Alright, these guys are at least my level. Or do you mean, am I going to tame another hunter pet for him? That would make sense as well. Call pet? Hey, Tony. Oh, these guys hurt me much more than the level 30s did. That's so weird. Alright, Mufi, we're just taking the res sickness. I like Transmog more when it was just raid and PvP sets with the occasional special set like Class Order Hall, but could just be an old man yelling at clouds. Scaling not right. I mean, I don't know if he should be able to take like 4 or 5 mobs at once while leveling, but it's just funny because he had like 4 or 5 mobs that were twice the size earlier. Oh, he lost his 187k. He's down to 1200 health now. That's a pretty precipitous drop. Playing some hardcore classics. These brawls with Quillports make me anxious. Oh well. There we go. Couple up in the Northern Barrens. Wow, time's really flying today. I hope I can get... Okay, I guess, first of all, Belladar, 11 minutes, let's not forget. There's still a mount out there. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgiven. Still on it. Outside of Belladar, I would love to get this finished today. I died, so I lost my buff, but I don't think it matters. I think they're going to let me just finish it. I think they've eased off on this one a little bit. We're at 18 coins. Once he finishes the, whatchamacallem, he can finish the Moonwell quest. That might really, at that point you're just kind of connecting the dots. I wonder if the new Elders give more. Probably not. If they make remix, should they have hardcore? I personally don't think remix and hardcore are worth mixing. I don't think that the appeal of hardcore has anything to do with the appeal of remix, and I think they kind of actively contradict each other. But that's just my take. Yeah, 25 for the Midwell quest, which is why we're on it. That'll be good. Yeah, I should probably do the Durtar ones too. I think this is supposed to take maybe like an hour, but I think it's taking me longer because I was messing around with my waypoints for a while, and then I was messing around with high-level scorpions for a while. Remix is You Are the God, and hardcore is There Is No God. I do love the hardcore format. I don't know where else it would really fit well in WoW outside of Remix, though. What was I playing in hardcore? I had another game that I was doing a hardcore run of. Oh, it was Pal World. Flappy and I were playing hardcore Pal World for a hot second. Oh. Oh no, his armor. I think I might skip Org. I think he's just gonna get himself killed trying to do the Org one. We can go out to Ashara instead. Ran around behind some OP person and got loot. I remember when Remix was going through a real growing pain of everybody being sold this fantasy of you're gonna be an unkillable, overpowered legend. And then we get in there and we're like, when? I don't feel all that fast yet, do you? Like, it just, it did get to that point eventually, but they really needed to crank the bronze and the upgrades because originally it was going to take way too long to actually get to that point. Zuristel, thank you very much for the 54-month resub. 54 months, 51 in a row. Been a while since I managed to catch a live. Happy 51 months. Huge congrats on your engagement. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We went shopping for wedding bands. We went and looked at some and tried some options on over the weekend before we went to the bug zoo. I didn't think I wanted the wedding band to be sparkly because the engagement ring's already pretty sparkly, but I tried one on and I really liked it, so maybe I will. Maybe I will have a stack after all. But like some hardcore challenge mode in retail WoW. Not in the same spirit as Remix. Okay. There we go. Level 19 too. Take a second and get some vigor back and delete a couple of envelopes here. I want to go to Winter Spring. I'm a little afraid I'm going to run out of juice, though. Spend a couple of talent points. Maybe I should take a break, actually. I'm pretty safe right here. Perhaps I should take a short stream break. I will be right back. You know what time it is? Belladar in 5 minutes. I think I can get to Winter Spring and then maybe log out there. Because Inksy's already up there. If there was ever a time for sparkles, surely that's it. Little magpie in a song. Yeah. It was funny. It was, like I tried on a couple of different ones, and when I tried on the one, both my partner and I looked at it and we were like, ooh, that's it. That's the one. They gotcha. Can't be the only one who loves that she combined wedding band shopping with the bug zoo. We were originally only going to go downtown to like shop for wedding bands, but then it didn't take very long. And we were like, well, we're out. We put on people clothes. Bug zoo. There was a presentation. There was a staff member that was kind of doing like laps showing different bugs and talking about different, basically like, you know, lots of learning and stuff. And can I make up this hill? We'll see. And they had leafcutter ants. They have a leafcutter ant colony. And the ant presentation, I wasn't expecting it to be very exciting because compared to like these giant mantises and they have like the big stick bugs, I didn't think that the ants were going to be the mind-blowing thing. But learning about how the ant colony works is crazy. I didn't know that, with one very small exception, basically all of the ants are female. The workers are female, the soldiers are female, the caregivers are female, the foragers are female. You know, the only male ants are, the queen will make drones, which are male ants. They get wings. They fly off with the princesses. They party for, like, ant spring break. And the princesses stock up on all of the sperm that they're ever going to need in their entire life. And then the dudes are basically done, so they just die. And the princesses go off to try to start their own colony, which is this whole, like, big metal thing where she's trying to, like, build her own tiny bit of fungus to start her colony with and, like, forage for it and nourish it. And then when she's finally, like, got it ready and good, which only 2% of them ever really make it through their first year, she rips her own wings out of her back, eats them, and then starts laying an egg every 3 seconds. But, like, crazy. Like, bees, yeah, almost. I had no idea. And also, depending on what kind of ants they are, they look wildly different. And she just gets to pick which ones she's making. She's like, all right, I'm going to need boop, 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 boop. I think we need a couple of defense. We're going to go boop, 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 make some soldier ladies. Like, she's like completely stocked up on all of the material that she needs to lay her lifetime's worth of eggs. And she just does that, like, I always figured that the queen ant was like, I don't know, the 1%, like, she was just gonna, like, sit still and everybody was gonna bring everything to her. And, I mean, true, but, like, she has to work so hard to get it started. Like a build order. Exactly, yeah. It's kind of sick. I had no idea. And then once she dies, her colony is doomed because there will never be any more ants in the colony. She was the only source of ants within that colony, so it'll dwindle until it's gone. And that's what the colony that the Bug Zoo has right now is going through, because their queen died recently, and they're gonna wait until the colony dies out, basically, because they said it would feel mean to kill them, which I agree. And also Belladar in like a minute. I'm gonna log over. Getting caught up in the ant thing. You know, the whole thing lives and dies with her. Is it like a cozy survival game? There was some crazy statistic about, like, the largest, like, cities that they can eventually build up to. Something like 6,000 square feet or more of just, like, wide laid out underground fungus. Like, they don't, like, they're picking up all these leaves, right? These leafcutter ants. Hang on. We gotta make sure we make it to Belladar. The leafcutter ants are going and they're cutting leaves, and you think, oh cool, they're gonna eat them and feed them to their children. No. They're gonna mush them up, and they're gonna spit them to grow fungus that they eat. And the specific fungus is, like, basically only for that and can't survive without the ants. So the ants are gardening. You know, they're growing fungus crops. It looks like a moon rock, but apparently very, very brittle. Belladar should be up very shortly, but the crystal has not turned yet, so we're in good time. I had a game a long time ago called Sim Ant. Learned a crazy level of detail about ants from that. Thanks, Will Wright. But yeah, the staff person that did the presentation must have been really good, because I remembered a lot of it. Now I want to play an ant game. Got 300 mounts. Struggling to pick a new goal. Any suggestions? It might be fun to pivot to a different type of collection. If you've been doing mounts for a while, it might be kind of fun to have, like, a little bit of a mog phase, or maybe pets. I would poke around on, like, your simple armory and see if anything jumps out at you that you want to complete. Your simple armory or your data for Azeroth. These are both third-party free fan sites that you can look up your character and your account on, and it'll show you your collection in ways that make it easy to kind of see what you're missing, or, like, maybe where you rank against other people on your server in the case of data for Azeroth. Oh, I don't want to aggro it. Just want to camp it. Oh, and look, it's Flabby. Flabby and I have been playing Satisfactory. And in Satisfactory, there is friendly fire that you cannot toggle off. And we recently got this invention called a rebar gun, which, as you might imagine, shoots like a spike of rebar. And if you were to hypothetically get shot by your teammate with rebar, it's so violent. Your character goes spiraling head over feet. And it does a decent amount of damage. And I can't believe that they don't let you toggle out friendly fire, so I have reason to brood some revenge. I gotta think about it. I'm gonna make sure it comes when he's least expecting it. Some types of ants will keep herds of aphids as dairy-style livestock. I've heard of that! And that's why I don't like ants in my tomato plants, because they're helping out the aphids. Or maybe it's related, but not exactly the same thing, but like, I've heard of that. Will I be there to sell you them out? Yeah, maybe. Is this as many people as are coming? It's been a minute. I'm going. See, the trick is you pull, and then you wait for other people to go in, and then you fade, and then you're not tanking anymore. Let me see if I can, like, land a... Yeah, PI and Flabby. There we go. An aphid is a little bug. They're often green. They're very common garden pests. You may have heard of people like releasing ladybugs to eat them because ladybugs are a natural aphid predator. So people will try to get on top of an aphid infestation by buying and releasing bags of ladybugs. They suck the sap out of your plants, and if there's too many of them, your plant can get really weak and die. They're annoying. I did not get Belladar. Rippery doodle. Ripperoni. Ripper tortellini. Anyway, shall I want to do a little Blackwing Lair before we go back to Moofy. Moofy will be fine. He's already lost his buff, it's fine. Got my Belladar. Congratulations! My day will come. You can finally stop killing it. Got a ring from it, made my heart jump for a hot second. Okay. I'm gonna do another hunter clear. They're just so fast at it, you know? Shame that ladybugs don't eat lawn grubs. I'd buy 1,000 of them. I found, I always forget if they're mealybugs or scale insects. There's like a common houseplant pest that occasionally crops up on my succulents because I neglect them too much. It's trying to get my golem jade. But I've gotten on top of it a few times in my life. Usually what I do is I just take a little dish of rubbing alcohol and some Q-tips, and I just swab them off with alcohol Q-tips, and as long as you're really thorough, that will usually do it. Sometimes it takes a couple of passes. Sometimes I'll do it and then come back after a week and then do it again and then come back after a week and do it again. Just in case there's any that are like at different stages of their life cycle. But generally speaking, if I keep that up, I've been able to beat them back. Okay, my pet is not currently summoned. That's good. This is our list of things we're hoping to have drop, but first we need to get past the gate boss. Isopods are kind of cute. They had some of those at the bug zoo too. Ladybug's the one bug I don't care if it crawls on me. What if a butterfly landed on you, or are they too big? I also want to go to the butterfly gardens, but I'm trying to space out the amount of dates that cost money. We're doing free dates for a little bit. Nothing like wedding and house hunting planning to give you a little case of sticker shock. Finally tossed a plant that was harboring mealies. Too many little spots for them. Sometimes you just gotta give up. I want no bugs on me. I didn't hold any bugs at the bug zoo. I could have done. There was an opportunity to. I thought about it. I think I decided that it's okay if I don't want to, and I just want to look at them and learn about them. I figure they don't really want to walk on me anyway, do they? Killer! There we go. Or him. Whichever. Okay. Bruce, Moose, and Kira. I think moose might be a cunning pet. And let's make sure we have camos spec'd. We'll need it for later. Red Pagoda Mealy Heaven took a full bottle of spray every time, just don't have the time to peel every leaf apart. I'm gonna Google that, a Red Pagoda plant. I've never heard of that. Alright, Veilastraz, if you could give me a mage belt, I would be deeply in your debt. Would appreciate it. Oh, those guys. Yeah, that would be annoying. That would be really annoying. Oh, it's a shame though, they're so pretty. Kitty, you coming back? You want to come sit up here? Alright. Yeah, they had a couple of the orchid mantises there. They made a fairly compelling case for mantises as pets. But I reminded myself that I have enough pets before I talk myself into it. If I want pets of that kind of category, I am happy to stick with my aquariums. I'm good at my niche. I like visiting them at the zoo though. That was cool. Nope, not that time. But I'm not going to be cranky at her for not dropping me the belt until I have everything else. Appreciate bugs from afar. I think it was my first time seeing like big tarantulas in person. They had quite a few different tarantulas and some of them are pretty large. They didn't super freak me out because they were, I mean, I didn't hold them. And because they weren't really doing anything. They were just kind of hanging out, you know? They weren't even moving. They were just chilling. And I can appreciate that. Don't pull the whelps. And everything will be fine. Oh no. No, no, no. Don't get hit by the whelps. And you can sneak through. Alright. This is so satisfying. Mantis can live for a couple of years, but not very long. Some of them do have a really short lifespan. It would be a difficult pet to really bond with because you would be grieving fairly frequently. Had a babysitter take me to Butterfly World when I was younger. They brought out a tarantula and I cried. Never been back. Aww. There was a young kid, maybe between 1 and 2, that was at the bug zoo at the same time as we were there, and they'd kind of offered like this the hissing cockroach, George, very safe bug, nothing that he really could have done, out to the infant, not infant, like I don't know, like between 1 and 2. For the kid to pet, and the kid being like a young toddler just goes wah and like grabs him. I was like, oh, whoops-a-daisy do, but George is very durable. George, he went through all the different ways that people try to kill cockroaches that don't work. He was kind of like, well, if you really wanted to kill George, and like, wait, why are we killing George? I like George. What did George do? Why are we bullying George? But he's like, well, some people try to drown them, and that might work if you had a while. Because cockroaches can breathe underwater for upwards of an hour. Like, what? And I was like, I mean, if you tried to step on George, he's got these flexible armor plates, so he's just gonna scurry away like it's nothing. It's very hard to crush him to death. So some people would try to behead George. And I'm like, whoa, calm down. And the guy was like, well, that might work, but George can actually live for up to 2 weeks without his head, and he can even, if he finds an open-minded lady cockroach, procreate and have some cockroach babies. Without his head. He doesn't need that for a while. I think that the moral of the story is that cockroaches are hard to kill. Most of the species of cockroaches have nothing to do with homes and pests. Like George is a Madagascar hissing cockroach. They're not house pests, they're pets. They live in Madagascar. They like forests. He was saying something like 7 or 8 species of cockroach that are actually like urban pests, but most of them are just minding their own business out in the woods, but just crazy durable. Why did you need to tell me these things? I thought they were interesting. Oh man. Glad George can't understand English. Right? Yeah, I think that somebody that worked there really likes George. Because George had, like, all kinds of hearts. And he had, like, little Valentine's flags. Like, a lot of the tanks were kind of glammed up. But George's tank really had... Somebody really likes George. I think the takeaway was that pest control poisons are probably the move. You know, if you do have a roach problem, can contact a pest control specialist is going to be your best bet, I think. But, yeah, no fun. Why and how do you know we are hard to kill exactly? Oh, we got some robes. Ooh, I'm done with Nefarian now. All I need is an item from Veilstraws, Firemaw, and Ebon Rock. So I no longer need to go this deep in the instance. I do still need to get past the slow part, because Firemaw and Ebon Rock are on the far side of it. That's pretty cool, though. That's kind of exciting. Alright, that woke me up a little bit. Let's go back to, Elder Coin farming. I have not seen that video. It sounds horrifying. Interesting, but still creepy. Anyway, I liked George. I had a very brief phase as a kid where I was into bugs. People would get me books that would, you know, tell you about bugs. And there was a brief moment where I wanted to have a Madagascar hissing cockroach, and I think I had some designs on ordering one from a catalog. And I think my mom caught wind of it and then decided that I really should not have a cockroach as a pet because, you know, it's kind of understandable. I kind of get it. Not every mom is going to want one of those in her house, you know? Fun fact. Hissing cockroaches don't actually hiss with their mouths like we do. They actually push air through, I want to say it's like holes. Listen, I was only there for half an hour yesterday. But they use their back. They use their body. They're pushing air through their body to make the hissing sound. They only do it when they're scared. But George doesn't actually really hiss anymore because George has been hanging out at the bug zoo for so long that George is chilling. George is very brave. George is not concerned. So, you know, George doesn't really hiss at people anymore. Carapace holes, yeah. More of a worm girl? Worms? No, worms are modern. I'm a worm woman. I had a beetle named Birdie. I had Bernie the beetle. Bernie the beetle was quite the emotional roller coaster when I was a kid in school. All right, Moofy, you've got some stuff to get. Tactical we on a 3-stream streak. And really informative half an hour. I guess we were there for longer than half an hour. It was super informative. If you're ever in Victoria and you like bugs, gotta check out the Bug Zoo. Okay, I am up here. I am looking for a few things. Oh, we're trying to get up to Hydra, that's right. Might actually do that. Yeah, it was a really cool stop. I would definitely, like, if there's a tour going on, just kind of like wander over and follow it around. It's not like a schedule thing or anything. Because I was just kind of checking out the tanks on my own, and if you just did that, you'd probably be in and out a lot faster, and you wouldn't learn all the fun facts. I thought the tour was really good. Yeah, there were spiders at the Bug Zoo. How big? It was basically like 2 rooms. It was not super big. In order to spend a full afternoon there, you would want to really, like, read everything and also do the whole lap tour. But yeah, it was cool. I should check out Miniature World. I feel like that's also downtown, similar kind of like a day trip, stop in and take a look around kind of thing. George is chilling despite the many and numerous threats to his life. George, it was also funny, they were talking about how roaches are not picky eaters and they're scavengers and they'll eat all kinds of things, so they have an important role in composting the forest, but also that they're easy to feed, except that George in particular, specifically that one cockroach, he's picky. He had cucumber and banana and something else, I forget what, and he like kind of like the guide put him back on the food to see if he would eat, and he kind of like checked them all out and was like, I don't know, bring me something different. He's like, Cockroaches aren't picky, but George is. It's like when my dog will only eat banana if it's a specific amount of days it ripened. Or I found out Moose likes apples, but they have to be Honeycrisp. Moose will not eat a Fuji apple. He'll just lick it. I don't get it. Picky boy. Had a stick insect looking like a stick. Lost one of his legs. Got many babies. Scarred me. I was reading about how they're one of the types of animals that can eject a limb as to escape a predation attempt. So if something has it by a leg, it can just kind of jettison the leg. And if it happens to a young stick insect, it can grow it back during its later growth. But if it happens to a full adult stick insect, it's just going to not have that leg anymore. But they can get by with like up to 3 missing relatively comfortably as long as there's food around and stuff. My dogs will only eat apples if there's peanut butter on them. My dog likes carrots, but not baby carrots. I'm with your dog on that one. Baby carrots are, for some reason, just not as good. They're the scraps of the carrot world. Okay. Moose also adores carrots. I've never tried them with baby carrots, though. I don't really buy them. I buy the big bags of adult carrots. Okay, I've done as many things as I wanted to from Kalimdor. Let's go to the other continent. Let's get there. I can probably just take the Starwind portal from Hyjal, eh? That should work. Shaved down carrots too ugly to sell. I want to grow carrots one day. I'm gonna do it. Even if I have to do it in containers on a balcony, I'm gonna do it. Our local fox friends don't like tart apples. Sweet ones are fine. Don't ask me how I know. Feeding foxes would be illegal. A roach gourmand. Fancy. Me too, Moose. Yeah, I also kind of like the Honeycrisp better, but these ones were cheap. Could not get carrots to grow in containers. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning. Oh. Yeah, I got bug brain. Ants will have dumpster sites that they dump all of their waste at, but because ants are ants and not people making a bunch of plastic garbage, it's lovely compost and it turns into really good dirt for the forest. There was some crazy statistic of how much dirt they move around and turn over in the forest. Like, they're really good for the health of it. Self-irrigated planters, soil was not sufficient depth. Yeah. Seeing someone using a flight path is like seeing a traditional cab IRL. Cabs still have a really strong presence here because Uber only just got here, like, in the last year. So a lot of people will still, you know, call and use cabs because that's just what they've been doing for a million years. Yeah, I think depth is probably... I've not tried to do container carrots. I would assume they would want a lot of depth. Potatoes do great in bags, though. I've done grow bag potatoes. I've even done like old grocery bag potatoes. I want... Or what did I plant in the old grocery bags? For a while I was queen of basil and milk jugs because I had all these basil seedlings and I couldn't bring myself to not plant them. And I would run out of like pots, so I would just take like my recycling and I would start slicing it up for planting. Alrighty. We're after a few things here. Yeah, okay. We'll head south. Really like to know your secret for bag potatoes? It's been a long time. Carrots in the balcony did okay, didn't get very big. Still have yellow cabs in New York City because laws. I wouldn't have a problem with cabs if I could call them with an app. I just don't want to talk to anybody on the phone. I'm too damaged and millennial for that. That's the only thing I really like about Uber is that I can just call it from an app. That's all. That's all I want to do. It's like when I started ordering pizza as soon as I could do it on a website instead of having to pick up the phone. Here you wave your cab down, but you can now use apps to catch one. I took Waymo when I visited California. It was the best thing ever. No human interaction at all. It's still so weird to me that that's like a whole thing. Used to have an app for black cabs in London. Don't know if it's still a thing, but fabulous. I just take the bus around if I don't want to drive. Which is more often than you would think for somebody that has a car. Depends on where I'm going and when, and how easy it would be to get there by bus. Although it is much nicer now that the bus finally lets me pay with my phone instead of having to buy tickets. Appreciate that. Thanks, Umo. Waymo's super weird at first. After a few rides, it's so awesome. Miss taking the bus, moved to a very unbus friendly city. It sucks. I like having the bus as an option. I don't know if I love riding it. It's like the people watching Safari, except that there's nowhere to run if it gets uncomfortable. Which most of the time, 95% of the time, it's totally not. Every now and then, it's a little ooky spooky. Any other? Oh, yeah, we did it. So that's gonna be worth 25. So as long as we can get up to 50, which means that I need another 22 coins. Starting to like the bus more than the subway. Been stuck underground or on a bridge for hours too many times. Yeah. I'm so lucky I don't have a commute. I'm so lucky. I take it for granted. I shouldn't, but I can't help it. It's been too long since I've had a commute. I've never in my life had a driving commute. Even when I used to commute to work, I would work places that were walking distance from me, and I would walk to work. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing too crazy. That was good exercise, although kind of annoying when the weather sucks because, you know, if it's like pouring rain, even with the finest of raincoats, you're still going to be a little bit bedraggled when you get in, and then you have to try to make your curly hair do something reasonable because you're going to hit the sales floor. Work from home for a year now. No commute is such a mental relief. Saves so much time. Gonna be a complaining pants and say my commute is currently 1 hour each way. Satch. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna try to I'm not gonna try and bright side you. That sucks, dude. That used to be my commute. Growing up, my parents would commute over the Malahad every single day. It was an hour plus, sometimes much more depending on traffic. And then, of course, because the Malahad's like a single road, if any accidents happen, which is more often than you want it to be, and the road closes down, you're just stuck there for like hours. I don't know how they did it for so long. Hello? No, I probably need to go talk to Lady. I don't wanna. Can't we just go to the burning steps or something? I'm sure if I did have a commute, I would rather have, if it was anything close to a reasonable distance, I would rather have a transit commute than a driving commute, because with transit you're not driving, so you don't have to pay attention. Depending on your motion sickness levels, you might be able to read or work, or I don't know, be that person knitting on the bus or something. Whereas if you're driving, you might be able to have like a podcast or something, but it's definitely more like mental effort every day. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? Transit, if they're late, you're late. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's true, actually. Yeah, sometimes you can plan enough time for a journey, and then a bus is just missing, and then you're out of luck. Traffic can be unpredictable, too, but usually if you leave yourself enough time, you can make it. Listen to music, drink my coffee, and watch the world glide by. Oh. Oh, man. Am I gonna make it? I need 20 more. I need 20 more tokens in 30 minutes. I have a feeling I'm not gonna make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. I mean, I am going a little faster now than I was, and I definitely took some breaks. Commuting on a train sounds worlds better than a bus. If you could teleport or fly? It depends on whether or not I'm convinced that the teleport is actually just instantaneous transportation and is not completely resetting me and restoring my memories every time it happens. If there's any existential crisis of whether or not it's still me, then I'm not messing with it. But if I can somehow be made confident that I am, you know, still me, then yeah, teleporting for sure. Just depends a little bit on the metaphysics. Flying, I feel like I would need to be very stealthy if I didn't want to be interrogated by the government and astonishing my neighbors. And the extra, like, I feel like unless I was invisible in flying, also flying I feel like would be extremely cold. You know, like, I've been on a bike and that's at ground level. And in the winter when it's raining, that is brutal. Flying, like, unlocking permanent happiness forever? Is it though? I feel like you'd get used to it. I feel like you would, like, the shine would wear off like it does with everything else. Anything in here? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Maybe I should just consign myself to finishing this in not just one sitting. I think I might just do that. Because, you know, this is going fine. But I don't know. I'd rather do more Blackwing Lair runs. It's not like Lunar Festival is going to end tomorrow. It only just started. We've got time. I don't have to do it all in one day. After watching all the hardcore people slug around in their level 40 mounts, the retail mount shine doesn't fade. Yeah, I think Moofy's gonna log out. I'm not gonna worry about trying to get him rested. Makes me glad my job's only a 10-minute bus ride from where I live. I feel like that's perfect. The one thing about a commute, bonus points if it's a short one, is sometimes I think the act of, like, putting on your outside clothes and actually, like, getting out in the fresh air and navigating around other people to arrive at a second location does a really good job of priming your brain to get into, like, work mode. And some people have an easier time of it than others, but as many gimmicks as I've tried, I have a really hard time doing that at home. I've noticed it for, like, regular working, but also for yoga as well. Like, something about actually getting out and going to the yoga studio just kind of gets me ready to really focus on my practice. Whereas when I try to roll out the mat and just do it at home, it's really hard to get into that headspace because I don't have that ritual. Bye, Moofy. From a distance, his name looks a lot like Moody. We'll see Moofy more tomorrow, I think. I did get the Mog from the Dragonkin mobs. There was a axe that I needed for my world drop list, and I actually had it drop like a moment after I was complaining about it. It was very exciting. Having the commute helps me leave work problems at the door when I go home for the day. Yeah, it's tough. So I'm sure many people are better at it than me. I try to have this room be only for content stuff, but it's also a little tricky for me because especially when I'm streaming is content, so it does belong in this room. But when I am streaming, I'm basically just gaming with a couple of extra steps, and this is my only desk setup with a gaming PC. I have one set up at my coffee table, and that's where I'm playing Satisfactory, but like if I'm raiding in WoW, you know, I'm gonna be sitting at this desk, and that's definitely just like a personal me thing, so it's hard to keep the room completely separate. I had a phase in my life where I had a second computer set up at a second desk, and I was like, this is the work desk, and this is the home desk. And I found it was really annoying to play WoW on two different setups alternately, because keeping the add-ons and their settings synced was a nightmare. I tried a few different solutions, and none of them felt good. Like, lots of things will sync just fine, but like if you make a change to your add-on settings on one, or like rarity, like for example, like, you know, you're tracking rarity kills and you're doing it on stream and then also on your personal thing, I didn't find any solution that would not routinely break or just be more trouble than it was worth. All right, Valestraz, would you like to drop for me a Netherwind belt? Stream the rating, problem solved. Had a 30-minute bus commute once. Wasn't bad, read a lot, played phone games. I don't mind a long bus ride. I hate long bus commutes with transfers, though. Because then you have to, like, think about it and worry about whether or not the timing's gonna match up and how long you're gonna be waiting for and whatever. Like, if I can just get on a bus and zone out for 45 minutes, that's great. But if I have to get on one bus for 30 minutes, get off at X stop and wait for, and then walk like a block to this next stop and then wait for this next bus to get me, I'm not having fun anymore. I hate doing it. I used to do it all the time, and it's not my favorite. That's why some folks will rent out a studio. Being able to close the office door at home, sometimes you need a place to go. Yeah, especially because sometimes if you have cats or cat, you can't close your office door. Cat must come and go, you know. There was one house we were looking at that had a suite that was a little too small for any of my family to actually stay at, but we were talking about using it for me as like a Hazelnutty Games workspace because it was a completely contained suite, you know, separate entrance, the whole thing. So I could like leave for work upstairs, go downstairs. It had like a little kitchen and everything. I could like do work lunch down there, and it sounds kind of lonely, but maybe then I would actually focus. Cat's on the wrong side of every door, right? I agree. Don't mind me. Just using Hazel's throwaway T-Mug run as my strat guide. Didn't know about the eggs. They're better than they used to be. Also, I didn't even pay attention. Valestraz gave me the belt. I officially finished the mage set. Congratulations to me. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Nope, 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 nope. Stay ahead of them. Stay ahead of them. Don't let them hit you. They can be aggroed as long as they don't actually get to you. And you're pretty fast. Although I don't have a cunning pet out right now, so I'm losing 12% speed. I summoned a ferocity pet because I don't remember what any of them are called. Any stealth class, hunter camo, rogue stealth, druid stealth, can sneak right through this, and it is the best thing ever. Alright, we're just looking for drops from Firemon, Ebon Rock. I no longer need to do Nefarian. I have everything from him, so the runs are going to get faster for that reason. Once I've done Firemon here, we're done. You could probably cheat it into camo. I just always cheated to get around that corner, so I never have it up. I always forget. Alright, Ebon Rock, would you please give me one Dragon Breath hand cannon? I would greatly appreciate it. Nope. Alright. Flameboard doesn't even have anything.
Watch your feet. 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 Watch your feet.
I don't know if it's important that I leave the characters out here. It's just a question of, will I run the rest of my characters I have this week without getting these 2 items from Ebongor and Flamerock? I have all the class sets finished. It's just this gun, which is admittedly an awesome gun. And then these legs, which are not they might be lookalikes, but The Lunar Festival event, are they really only acquired by visiting the locations in the zones? Largely, yes. If your character has never done it before, there is a quest called Lunar Preservation you can pick up in Moonglade that has you visit a bunch of moonwells, and that gives 25 tokens, but that is once per character ever. So if your character had ever done that before and you wanted to get those tokens, you would need to use a different character and then farm the rest of the tokens for the thing you want to buy on that same character, because they are not warbound. They are soulbound items to your bag, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, you would be able to just do that quest a few times and have done it with it that way. Oh, hi, kitty. How you doing? How are you doing, Sugar Bean? Everything okay? You all good? Hi. There's a coin NPC right smack in the middle of Strathholm. Oh. I can be the lazy voice saying, you don't need unique item IDs. Let's do another hunter. I'm just going to stick all the hunters in a row because they're so nice to do this on. Can we have some Kira purring? She's so good about doing that. She will always do that whole routine. If she's already purring and you put a mic in front of her face, she's like, yep, I know what this is for. Very reliable. Good girl. Hi. Alright, Flamegoer and Ebon Rock. Also make sure I am dismissing my pet. Yeah, she's a gentle girl. You're so sweet. $96.85. It's just that there's a few things that you can make with Elementium shards or Elementium ingots. I think they're required to make some... Oh, don't tell me it's just Thunder Fury. It's just Thunder Fury again! That's annoying. Alright, we're not getting that done then. It says it's 3 appearances. It's just Thunder Fury. I think item IDs only really start to bother you if you are keeping up with data for Azeroth. If you're not, maybe there's another application where it would come on to somebody that wasn't already worried about them. But I think that's the situation where most people that are mod collecting without any worry about source IDs might change their minds, is if they start looking at their server ranking on data for Azeroth, which by nature includes source IDs. The other situation, I guess, is to do with the quantum transmog from Dawn of the Infinites or whatever. That also can give you things by source ID, but I don't think that those two things will happen to everybody. And even if they do, I don't know if they're going to change everybody's mind to hunt source IDs. Source IDs is a really hardcore thing to do. It's almost the definition of irrational behavior. Can I skip Velostraz? I think I can skip Velostraz. I don't know why. I mean, I'll do it this time because I made it because I stopped. But I think I can totally skip it.
I must release it. Flame, death, destruction. Cower mortals before the
5, 4, 3,
Because that would speed this run up too.
1.
I'm gonna try to save my cheetah here. also gonna try to get my cutting pad out. Kind of like source IDs, feels complete to me. The only ones I care about are the tier set lookalike pieces so that other classes can wear them. That's smart. Can I just like walk around this corner? I can't. I don't need to kill those at all. I'm saving my cheetah this time so I can just cheetah and then camo. And now we're really zipping. You might even be able to cheat it in camo without breaking it. I just don't want to find out. I don't want to check. I'm not brave enough. Firemaw has a 19 item loot table. That's pretty deep. That's a little rude. When you just need one more item from them. Come on, Light Guards of the Fallen Crusader! Nope, not that time. Let's check for this hand cannon. You can check after the boss. It doesn't look like it's reset. No luck with the hand cannon. Alright.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
You can actually start your timer while you're still in combat if you want to. No worries there.
Watch your feet.
Getting these last pieces is gonna be so mean. Oh hey, I got another Doom's Edge. Maybe they're not that rare. Or maybe I'm just really lucky and somebody out there is just like shaking their fist at the screen right now. Oops. Alright, 15 minutes. I think I can squeeze another 2 runs in, 2 chances at this today. Because we don't need to go to Nefarian. Saves a little time. Especially if I start running past Phalastros. Not a long thing. Dragon Breath Hand Cannon. I want to read in Wowhead to see if anybody else got like stuck farming it. You know, has thoughts, wrote poetry, comments 21. Must get for mogging. I guess people like it. Best firing animation in the entire game. What does it look like firing? Let me view it in 3D. Oh. That hand cannon that I'm trying to farm from one of those dragons. That's the animation when it's firing. For such an old thing, kind of cool. Blurb. That's fun. Any more hunters down here? Yeah, Squidgy's down there. Alright, I'm running past Phalastros. I'm running past Phalastros. I like hunters. They can camo past the slow room. They've got good movement speed. Druids are good as well. I'm just comfy on hunters. I would do my druids when I ran out of hunters. You just gotta make sure you dismiss your pet before you start this, otherwise you're in big trouble. Up here. I also do have a lot of them, that's true. We can farm on hunters for quite some time before we run out of them. I have more hunters than druids for sure. I have a couple extra druids, but I like leveling hunters, so you end up with more of them. This has not, I mean, knock on wood, has not blown up on me today, which we appreciate. Hopefully that continues. The non-blowing up thing. Why does it think I only need something from Ebonrock? Did I get the pants? I don't think I got the pants. It's a bit weird. Oh, I probably turned on account mode. That's why. There it is. I did not get the pants yet. I still need those from Firemaw. Excited to be down to just 2 pieces left. I think we started today with 7. Okay. Yeah, this is my cunning pet. So we're going right past Veil of Strauss because we don't need her. I did use my cheetah. Oh well, that's fine. Not a problem. Oh, I do have to do Veil of Strauss. The door is closed. I never tried to skip her before. Oops. Oh well, I guess that's gonna reset my aspect of the cheetah. Are you telling me that doing the mechanics saves me from blowing up? I did the mechanics and still blew up on several occasions recently. I'll stick to that. I don't think I messed it up at all. I think I'm getting lucky. I also think that the longer you take before you hit Razor Gore after defeating all the eggs gives you, like, that's the window in which she decides to randomly flip the table on you. So if you finish doing eggs right on top of yourself so you can just tab kill her instantly, you give it less time to freak out and kill you.
5, 4.
I wouldn't say so much mechanic as a workaround.
1.
Hidden mechanic of being in just the right in combat with ads with the boss. It can just go sideways. Yeah, it's been working recently. I can't believe I didn't know you needed to do this boss to open this door. I really thought you could just run by her. I guess I'm mixing her up with other dragons that you cannot just run by. Alright. If I get this hand cannon, I will mog it. on the hunter that gets it, you know? Do. This takes like 5 minutes if you don't have this. We have all tried to run by her. She just seems optional, you know? She seems like a nice dragon lady. Like you should be able to just leave her be. Alright, come on, Firemaw. Leg guards of the Fallen Crusader, please. Nope, not that time. Ebonrock. Hath you a dragon breath hand cannon? It's the only thing we're asking for. I won't even kill your friend. Unless you don't drop it for me, and then I'll... Sorry, bud. Alright. Let's do another run.
Watch your feet.
Until I get a new comfy desk chair, I'm playing WoW on my TV. They don't actually like each other, it's fine. I wonder how many runs it's gonna take to get the last 2 items. It could be a lot. It says it's only like a 4 to 5% chance. You know, you could run it 20, 30 times and not see it. Nothing says that just because they're the last 2 items, they have to start dropping. I wasn't planning on keeping the ingots for Thunder Fury. I figured I could... Maybe I'll sell them and then buy them again later if I get the Thunder Fury stuff. It kind of annoys me that it puts Thunder Fury on the Blackwing lair list because of the ingots. It's a little mean. When does the last minute of this run actually start? Now? Hard to say. I don't know if I see myself getting Thunder Fury. I don't think so. I don't think I'm ever going to run out of Mog runs to the point where... Well, maybe, actually. We've been kind of crushing through Mog runs. If I get complete enough with my collecting where I feel like I want to, then yeah. But there's a lot of raids to clear out between here and there. There's a lot of Mog I could get. I would start that Soundless before Thunder Fury. It's a worse farm, but it's a mount. Thunder Fury is a sword Mog. I'm not going to use it. Collecting escalates. Any more hunters? Oh yeah, we still got Boppin. Boppin can do it too. Look at this list of hunters. How many do I actually have? If we don't include Mufi, we're just 70 plus hunters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hunters that are 70 plus. 8 if we're including young Mufi over here. 2 of them are 80s. That is bad news for Thunder Fury. Like that you can T-Mog Thunder Fury and casters. Alright, this will be my last run of the day. Uh-oh. Oh, she has to get there. Hazel, you're inspiring me to start the ATT from the bottom up grind. I needed to de-influence me ASAP for my own sanity. Oh, I wish that I would, but like, it goes so much faster than I thought it was gonna. I thought I was gonna be in a given raid for like 3 weeks each. And mind you, I've been throwing 15 to 20 characters at each of them, but I've been able to get finished with a raid in like 1 to 2 weeks. Semi-reliably so far. I think at some point I'm going to hit a wall and there's going to be something that just refuses to drop that sticks me for a while, but until then, we're kind of cruising. Whatever you're hunting is certainly outnumbered. Oh. I love this one. I think she's so fun. 15 to 20 with legacy loot. It's a lot of drops. And now that you only need the item to drop once, and it doesn't matter which character it drops for, like, you can just crush through numbers. Upsettingly, also need the mounts. Well, start with the raids that drop mounts. You know, it's a double whammy. Double dipper. Nope, not Molten Core. I'm not doing Molten Core, and you can't make me. I'm not going back. Up the hill we go. At least we found this balcony a little faster. I didn't turn zone drops off. I don't know how to. I don't know that you can. I've just decided to not let them stick me. So I'll get something to like 98%, and if all that's missing is zone drops, I'm just moving on. I do accept that that's annoying, and that it looks kind of gnarly on the list. But some things don't have any, and you can get those things done just fine. It's good enough for me. Raid difficulty. Do a little pet dismiss. Get a little keybind for that. Make sure we're spec'd into camo. You can turn off bop items, which is most zone drops. I thought boss items are bop too. Wouldn't that turn off most things? Or am I misunderstanding? I might be misunderstanding. Both hand wraps. I got one binding randomly. Oh, BOEs. I see. That is a good idea. That I would like to do. All the things. General. Right. Yeah, okay. For now. Might change my mind on that one day, but it's in all the things settings. It's not like you're committed for life. Boffin's also a fantastic name. I couldn't believe I got it. Because yeah, with BOEs turned off, it does have me with only these 2 things left. That's nice. Appreciate that. All the things is the name of the add-on. All the things. Last chance of the day. Hoping for legs from Firemaw and a gun from Ebon Rock. And if we don't get him, then we can keep at it tomorrow. This is the mini list. The All the Things mini list. In my keybinds, I have a keybind that I use to pull up the All the Things mini list. Yeah, it would also filter out warbound items. There we go. But I'm not too worried about warbound mogs right now. I figure that's a later, much later made problem, because that's more like the Siren Isle catch-up gear sets and stuff. That's not gonna be relevant for me for a hot minute.
Your ally here attempted to match his power.
Nefarious' corruption has taken hold.
Now you shall
I
serve.
wonder what the lore is that the dragon eggs die to fire.
And destroy them.
I beg you, mortals.
Yeah, because we've for sure hatched eggs with fire before in quests and whatnot.
The black fire rages within my heart. I must release it.
What happens if you put egg in microwave? Wouldn't it explode? Wouldn't the liquid expand and go? If I'm assuming you mean in shell, because if you take the egg out of the shell and you cook it in the microwave, you're just gonna have a
5,
cooked egg.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what the texture's gonna be like, but I know people do it. Wonder if goes boom. Or maybe I'm confusing it with freezing. That's just how I do eggs. Nuke 'em. Switch off BOE a lot. They don't require you to do the content, so you can tell if you're done with something. That makes sense. And if I ever really felt like filling in the gaps, I could just turn them back on and then go shopping, like you're saying. Oh, have actually made it go boom outside of shell. Make sure you damage the yolk. I'm just gonna do this with regular camo and not worry about the sprint. Easy scream. I want Goblin stealth animation. Hilarious. Hard to see because she's stealthed, but like, so funny. It's like me trying to sneak through my own house to raid the chocolate chip container in the middle of the night as an unruly child. You know, allegedly. Can't prove anything. Actually trying to tiptoe. Oh, I've upset so many creatures. Oh, I got another Doom's Edge. They're dropping like candy. Firemaw, legs, please. Da-da-da-da-da. Ebon Rock, do you wanna drop a gun? I hope it doesn't drop for this character because I like her using her squirt gun. But I do want the thing. No gun. Alright. Well, better luck next time, as they say. Maybe I'll go do Chromagus before it kicks me out. Get a Creminius whistle to sell for 50 gold. You bet the goblin will get it for the goofy goblin. I love her squirt gun. She's got a trading post squirt gun on right now. Oh, well. Well, that was fun. Tomorrow, I'd like to keep chipping away at the Lunar Festival coins. See if we can get that cool new Lunar Festival mount. I also really want to throttle these last two pieces of mock out of Blackwing Lair, so maybe we'll try that. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.